Good evening, I'm Alex Sykes with your 10 News Update. Sad news on the COVID front, with ACT Health reporting the deaths of 3 people with the virus. They include a man in his 70s, a man in his 80s and a woman in her 80s, bringing the total lives lost in the territory since the pandemic began to 37. 2 of today's deaths were in the reporting period, while one occurred in February. It comes as the ACT recorded just over 790 new cases today, while there's 31 people in hospital, 1 in the ICU. Meanwhile, a preferred site's been determined for SCA-ACT's new facility. It's in Pilagalo on the corner of Fairburn Avenue and Addison Road, with design work to get underway soon. Minister for City Services Chris Still says the SCA has been in its current facility in Western for over 50 years, with this new site set to include bigger and larger facilities. In sport, the UC Capitals are taking on the Perth Lynx in a top-of-the-table clash tomorrow as they look to lock up a spot in the finals. The team has some extra motivation after this week's news that Paul Goris is leaving for a WNBA opportunity at the end of the season. To tomorrow's weather, a top of 25 degrees in Canberra, partly cloudy and some light winds becoming easterly. I'll have more local news for you on Monday. Good evening, I'm Alex Sykes with your local 10 News Update. Tragedy at a popular Shoalhaven beach last week after a 40-year-old man died while swimming with his young family. A woman and her 2 children were also caught up in the commotion, but were able to make it to shore with the help of some Good Samaritans. South Coast Police are asking for anyone who was at Hames Beach last Friday who saw the incident to come forward. Volunteers from the Kangaroo Valley RFS have been joined by council workers to start the clean-up process around Shoalhaven. One of the worst affected roads was this one in Guatemala, residents describing the damage as like an earthquake had hit it. The cost to repair the roads is likely to be in the millions. On the COVID front, just under 1,000 COVID cases in Illawarra today, and sadly a Shoalhaven man in his 90s has passed away. To sport, Illawarra Hawks are heading south to Tasmania this weekend, taking on the 6th-place Jack Jumpers at MyState Bank Arena on Sunday. The Hawks have a lot to prove after going down to the Tassie team the last time the pair met. Taking a look at the weather map for tomorrow, 23 degrees in Wollongong, possible showers, 24 the top in Nowra, partly cloudy. That's all the news for tonight. I'll see you on Monday with another update. Good night. Good evening, I'm Alex Sykes with your 10 local news update. Central West residents with travel plans to Sydney this weekend are being urged to delay them as the recent floods are still impacting the road and rail networks. The Blue Mountains rail line is closed, with Minister for Regional Transport and Roads Sam Farraway saying it will be some time before they know the full extent of the damage. Replacement bus services between Penrith and Lithgow are running, though this is subject to bus availability and roads being open. Meantime, the Orange Ex-Service Club are doing their bit to provide for flood victims up north. They've made their foyer available for donations until Friday, March 18. The club is encouraging us to consider donating things like supermarket gift cards, blankets and pillows, as well as bottled water. And people in Dubbo struggling with emotional distress or suicide thoughts now have a safe space to hang out and access support. The Dubbo Safe Haven on Church Street opened to the public from today. Martin Davis from Western New South Wales Health says it's staffed by peer workers who can provide an understanding shoulder to lean on. To tomorrow's weather, a top of 22 degrees in Orange, partly cloudy and some east to northeasterly winds. That's all the news from me for tonight. I'll see you on Monday with another update. Good night. Good evening, I'm Alex Sykes with your local 10 News Update. 483 new COVID cases have been reported by the local health district in the past day. There are 19 people with COVID in our local hospitals, and sadly 1 person from Wagga has passed away with the virus. Statewide, there were just over 14,000 new infections recorded overnight. A state-of-the-art centre for higher education has opened in Griffith. Country University's Western Riverina Centre will provide a new dedicated space to provide resources and assistance for university students. The hope is the new facility on Olympic Street will inspire more people to undertake further study, with Griffith having under half the number of degree holders than the statewide average. Police from the township of The Rock are searching for this man. Police want to speak to him about a break-and-enter incident that happened last weekend. If you recognise him or his dog, get in touch with local police or Crime Stoppers. He's of Caucasian appearance with a medium build, thin brown hair and possibly a beard. And it's all systems go for Wagga's Mardi Gras Street Parade tomorrow, kicking off from 4 p.m. Taking a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow, 29 degrees in Griffith, partly cloudy, Wagga partly cloudy and 28 degrees. That's all the news for tonight. I'll see you on Monday. Good night.